What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Layman's Review, and today we're going to be taking a look at episodes 9 through 12 of Vinland Saga. This is our third part in a series on the entire show, where we take 4-episode chunks and review them. And in these 4 episodes, what we really focused on was the introduction to Thorkell as a character, Knut's storyline, and we also had Askeladd's army escaping Thorkell's pursuit. And they went to Wales by the end of episode 12, and they're navigating through that country. And starting it off, I really think those episodes really served Thorkell well. I thought the way they told his story, I'm telling you what, the dude is a badass. And I love the fact that now we have a relationship with Thor's and Thorfinn, because to this point, Thorfinn hasn't known anyone besides Askeladd that knew his father. So I think that's going to create an interesting dynamic moving forward, because you could tell Thorkell likes Thorfinn.
Well, yeah, and that's just because because he is the blood of Thor's.
Right.
And that's why, like, they were war buddies. They fought next to each other for years, and they had a respect. And Thorkell actually said that he's the only man that's stronger than him,
which is hard to imagine.
Like Thor's. So, and I guess at that time he might not know he's dead, but I'm sure word got to him because he was talking about him in the present tense. So I thought that was pretty cool. He gave him that much respect, like he'll live forever. Like his story and his history of Thor's and what he did is going to live forever and be told story to story.
So I also think that the development of Knut, you talk about this, he's a boy.
Beautiful.
He's a boy.
He's beautiful.
You like popsicles?
When they asked him to take the helmet off, because all they referred to him as rarely Knut, it was always His Highness.
Right.
I'm like, okay, and you could tell he had flowing, like, pretty blonde hair. He took care of himself. He was royalty. Then they asked him to take the helmet off, and I looked at Ryan, and I was like, is it a boy or a girl? Is it a prince? Is it a princess?
So for these episodes, and a couple episodes before this chunk, 9 through 12, they kept only showing, like, passing glances of Knut.
And praying, constantly praying.
And I thought what they were trying to set up was the fact that he was being masqueraded as a boy to think he was going to be the heir to the throne.
King.
But I thought they were trying to set up the fact that it was a girl.
Right, and like kind of like take the world by storm and have your first queen. Now you saw people that are supposed to be following him when he becomes king almost lose some respect because how weak his eyes look.
Yeah, but even Askeladd knows. He's still a boy, and he has hopes for who
I
we can mold him into.
I would have thought he was older. I wouldn't have put him at the same age as Thorfinn. That's what, they said that, and I was like, okay, I can kind of see it.
Life experience is a mother.
Yeah, no, Thorfinn looks like a rugged old man.
As far as like what the directions that life has taken both of these characters, Thorfinn is like 20 years mentally aged past Knut.
I mean, look at the fight scenes. We love how they're animated, and we're not fighting in them. Thorfinn's fighting in them.
The animation, I just can't get it. I can't say enough.
He fought Thorkell without knowing who he was doing fairly well, I think, for going against one of the best warriors to be currently living.
Until Thorkell treated him like Hulk treated Loki.
Yeah, he caught the knife. Oh, that hurt. That's fine, but I have you now.
And now I'll beat your ass.
And just whipped him against the ground. Which, even going back to Invincible, that was one of my favorite scenes when they did that. I like when people are just whipped around like they are nothing to these people.
He dislocated Thorfinn's shoulder, he broke his ribs, and he sprained his ankle.
It was a brutal fight. It was brutal.
Yeah, and he let him live.
Cut his fingers off.
He let him live because he wants to
fight him again.
And I think
it's fun.
It's fun. He let him go because he's going to have a good time later. That's all Thorkell's about.
He doesn't care who he's fighting for, as long as he's fighting.
When he found out the army retreated and didn't want to attack London anymore because he single-handedly speared everything with trees. He threw trees at boats. I wouldn't be running in there to fight his ass neither.
Nuh-uh.
So
that was tough. It was it was cool.
The music and sound, again.
Same thing, meshed well.
Man.
It fit the fight scenes, but I even paid attention because in our last video I mentioned that you can pay attention to the music that's between Thorfinn and Askeladd. It's like almost fatherly music. Like they want to get there, but
like the worst father-son relationship.
Yes, but Thorfinn's refusing it. But part of me says, he's going to get there.
Well,
he's going to accept it. He saved him multiple times, I guess, so he could be the one that kills him because Askeladd cared for him. he fed him, housed him. They traveled with each other, and naturally, you're going to build a bond, whether you hate that person or not. They've cared for you, and you feel some kind of attachment for that care. And I think that's where we're going with that story. I think.
And what a fascinating story.
Oh yeah,
between Thorfinn and Askeladd.
And now and then everyone else is starting to all the stories that were separate are starting to come together.
Yep.
And get there, and because you have Thorkell and London, you have Canute and the Danes, you have France is still around, and everybody's in the same area wanting the same thing. They want the fertile land and peace. I think they honestly all want to fight for peace, but you have to kill each other to get there.
I also think that whole scene where the rider from London that was attacked by Thorkell,
he was going to get help.
That to me, I feel like set the rest of the show up even, where Askeladd made a decision that they're going to go actually get Canute from Thorkell and
use
sell
it to
him.
his advantage.
And
Whether
use it to his advantage.
Good or bad, if you look at it like that, is it going to the Danes or England?
The war's coming to an end. They weren't going to have much to do, and here's this awesome opportunity, which set up the fight scene in the forest
to get all your treasures.
Again, animated really well. The sound was really done well, and where we leave off in episode 12, wrapping it up.
But real quick, before we wrap it up, because but you get to see Leif Erikson.
Yeah, this whole time you found out that I can't believe I almost forgot.
Yep.
Leif has been searching
for
this entire time.
Thorfinn.
How many years are we talking? 10? Yeah, he's about 16 years old.
Yeah. Oh no, because they remember Askeladd said that they've been in England for 10 years. In one of these episodes,
Leif's
he referenced
been looking for 10 years.
Well, he looks it.
Yeah, he does look old. He
He's
looks like
weathered,
a tired man.
He's bald. He's gray, and then he thinks he found Thorfinn.
And it just turns out to be a slave boy that looks
very
like
similar.
him.
I would have. We both looked at each other and we're like, we would have confused.
I mean, after 10 years, wouldn't you go ask? Excuse me, what's this boy's name?
You're gonna age this 6-year-old 10 years. It's like on the back of a milk carton. Have you seen this? Is what they
turns out it was Thorfinn, and he literally looked past him and said, "Oh, I gotta keep looking."
Yep.
But you could tell that Leif knows that when he sees him, he'll see him.
It was reassuring that he's still doing it. He'll find him. I know he'll find him because it'll be that slight pause. Leif will pause, but Thorfinn will recognize him.
Okay.
And hey, there's comfort. There's a way home.
Yeah.
Because he still has a mother and a sister that's taking care of this village in Iceland that hopefully they'll get to reunite and live till old age together. But
I mean, that would be the happy ending, right?
Right.
What about
maybe
the
it's
show
my fantasy land.
makes you think that we're going happy ending here?
I feel like every episode we get more and more body counts.
Yes. Well, guys, that wraps up episodes 9 through 12.
Another great 4, and I'm ready for the next set.
We're going to roll right into episodes 13 through 16 and come back and give you your opinions on that as well. So if you like what we're doing here, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.